Hello, good morning, fam. How are y'all doing today? So I'm gonna try to make this a quick video because I have to go help my husband do something when he gets back here. Thank y'all for coming in. We're gonna cover a few stories here. So this is news for today, and I will be back on later today with more news. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot going on. Today is the start of the week. I hope y'all had a blessed weekend. I hope that your week is filled with all the things that you know you need to get done, you plan to get done, you've made plans to do these things, whether it's getting your home organized, getting things stocked up in your home, preparing for this crazy stuff that's going on out here. And if not, whatever your plan is, I hope that it goes according to what you desire. But lead with God, okay? Lead with God. Hey, Carol, how are you? Good morning. Welcome in. So the first news story, we're going to get into this weather because it stormed so bad last night. Like it was lightning, thundering, all the things. Hey, Gigi, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Lydia. It stormed so bad. Like I was like, man, what is going on? I didn't realize that they had called for tornadoes and all that stuff. Coming out of Asheville straight through Hickory and into Charlotte. But that's what was going on. But it's more than just thunderstorms and tornadoes that's going on. I didn't realize that people were still being hit with snow out here. So I'm going to show you that footage as well. Let's see. I think I already got it pulled up. I'm going to make myself smaller though. Okay, so they say severe weather outbreak with widespread damaging winds. Tornadoes continue in the east on Monday. I know that some schools in Charlotte did cancel. Schools here did not cancel because I passed a few school buses when I was taking my daughter to work at around 6:40. It says severe weather is ongoing in parts of the South, Midwest, East through Monday with a threat of widespread damaging winds and tornadoes are possible. The severe outbreak is happening on the warm side of a winter storm named Iona. I guess I'm saying that right. By the Weather Channel. More than 300 reports of severe weather occurred on Sunday, mainly from wind. One tornado was reported in Arkansas, and that number could go up as meteorologists survey the damage. Monday's threat will bring all modes of severe weather, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Severe thunderstorms are ongoing, taking the form of qual lines. A long line of severe thunderstorms, damaging winds over 75 miles per hour are expected within this squall, but some embedded tornadoes are expected. There is even a chance of a couple of strong tornadoes, EF2 or greater. Did y'all hear about, I saw this last night and I forgot to pull it up on here. Did y'all hear about, let me see if I can pull it up here. Did y'all hear about, let me stop sharing for a second. Amazon and what they did when the tornado was coming is so disgusting. Let's see. Okay, so y'all know that they have Amazon Flex drivers that deliver our packages and stuff like that. That's just regular people like me that go out and do deliveries when I used to do them with Uber and Spark delivery. Well, you can go to Amazon, do the same thing, and they give you a bunch of packages. You go out and deliver it. You know, they contract the work out. So a tornado was hitting. The sirens were going off. Workers were inside, like the delivery workers were inside. You heard about it, DR? Yes, it was crazy. And so workers were in the parking lot as well. So while all this is taking place, they're panicking. They're like, okay, well, we need shelter. So everybody's, of course, trying to go and get into the warehouse. How about the Amazon workers were told by the security to shut the doors, to lower the doors on the people. Do not let them in. And the ones that were already in there getting their packages, they kicked them out while the tornado was coming. I'm telling you, these companies do not care about us. So when you go all out for them, they're not going to go all out for you. They're protecting the packages over human lives. That makes no sense. And I would say allegedly that's to cover myself, but this did happen. And I'm about to show you right now. I could not believe that. I saw that last night before I went to bed. I just happened to, was I looking at the news? No, it was on YouTube. Because I rarely look at the news, but let me see if I can find one.
So
hold on.
An Amazon warehouse in Oklahoma City forced the employees outside during an active tornado warning with the sirens going off because there was a tornado in the area. Instead of letting them come inside and shelter, they were forced outside. And as they were trying to get out of there to their cars, they were meted by more employees being forced out of the building. When they tried to ask the employees why they were doing this, they said, we only listen to the security guard. Security guard stared at the other employee and locked the door on them. Dozens of Amazon employees locked outside of shelter during a tornado warning with the sirens going off and a tornado in the area. Now,
luckily, the tornado veered and went a different direction. This could have ended really, really bad.
Amazon drivers deliver your packages in rain, sleet, snow, and hail, but 2 flex drivers have reached out to me furious after being locked out of this warehouse during a tornado warning and while the sirens were blaring. They're demanding answers. Amazon has reached out to me and said that they've suspended the employees involved in this incident because it goes against company policy. Their #1 priority for all employees is safety first.
That is such bull. That is such bull, because when he first reached out to them, they did not even get back to him before the deadline. They then, after the deadline, got back to him and gave him this crappy story right here.
You're watching the moment workers at an Oklahoma City Amazon warehouse say management shut them out of the building as a tornado was coming their way.
They kicked their employees out into an active tornado, y'all. Like, that is such an insane sentence that I cannot believe I just had to say it out loud.
And if you think these companies care about your well-being, they do not. They care about their bottom line. They were more interested in taking care of those packages and their actual workers, because see, Amazon Flex, these are contracted people out. So I guess they don't count. They were so busy taking care of their actual Amazon workers, or what they consider Amazon worker employees, and the packages. What would it have hurt? Regardless, even if it was their policy or not their policy, I would not have the heart to close down the gate. I don't care what the policy is. I'm going to lose my job either way. I'm not going to close the gate on somebody, on people, not even somebody, on people that are afraid. The tornado is coming. It's pouring down rain now. Like, y'all, I can't even imagine. If those people, I know you need a job, but if that does not tell you these people don't care about you and you may need to reconsider where you're working, now is that time to do that, because you are just the bottom line. And the bottom line is they didn't care about these workers.
Of course, Amazon is falling back on, oh, well, that's not warehouse protocol. They didn't follow protocol, so we've suspended those warehouse managers. But frankly, that's bullshit, because just a couple of years ago, Amazon had 6 employees at a completely different warehouse in a completely different state die in a tornado because they did not give their employees adequate warning, and they continued demanding that their employees come to work even after it was already exceptionally clear that they were going to be hit by tornadoes that day.
Let's say you work for Amazon.
I remember that.
You work in a state that...
That's right. He can't lock the door until I walk out, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am on my way to do my last block of the day, and there's going to be storms. Possibly storms. So we shall see. Join me.
If you work at Amazon and you work across the street from the collapsed building, you are to report to your shift starting at 12 p.m.
Yes, that is a news reporter explaining to Amazon workers that they have to report within 24 hours to work after their colleagues died in this tornado incident. And they're going to have to work on the opposite side of the street while some of their colleagues' bodies are still being found.
And this was in 2021. So what is the policy? What is the policy? We don't care about human life. So I'm going to get off of Amazon, and I'm going to say allegedly to cover myself. But that's some of the news that's been going on. Let me see, where's the other one? The next thing I have for y'all is these IRS refunds. And did you know that all of 2025, you were loaning money to the government? Because we did. We loaned money to the government, and the $775 tax refund that's supposed to be hitting our accounts is actually our own money. It's not a bonus check. So don't think that we're getting a bonus check. No, this is money that they were taking out because they did not stop taking extra money out when Trump came up with the legislation. They decided to continue taking money out. So that's why you're getting, if you get extra on your income tax, it's not them giving you a bonus check. Trump didn't give you a bonus check. He gave us a little break in there with the legislation, but the employers were still taking the money out. So it's really your money that you worked for. Basically, we loaned it to them last year. So what this article is saying, that the extra $775 that Americans are seeing in tax refunds might sound like a genuine windfall, but taxpayers should be aware that the boosted refund comes with a disappointing catch. In reality, the extra cash in your refund is not a bonus from the government, and it likely won't stretch as far as you'd like, which we already know that the dollar is not stretching at all. President Donald Trump has called 2026 the largest tax refund season ever, with IRS checks $775 higher on average for filers who claim new deductions from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The average refund for all taxpayers climbed to $3,742 as of late last month, a year-over-year increase of over 10% from February of 2025, according to the data. There is a key catch, however. The beefed up refund is not a generosity from the government, but rather your own cash being returned. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act was signed into law on July 4th, 2025, with the spending package rolling out a handful of new deductions that reduce individual income taxes from 2025 by about $129 billion per estimate from the Tax Foundation. However, the IRS revealed last August that it would not be updating employer withholding tables for tax year 2025. So where you would have been getting less taken out of your check, they continue to take more out of your check. This meant that employees continued withholding federal income tax at the old higher rates for the entire 2025 year, even though staffers owed less under the Trump's legislation. Taxpayers, employers essentially took more money out of your check than they actually owed. So the IRS is now returning the difference as a refund. Filers can think about it as giving the federal government an interest-free loan throughout 2025 that they are now getting back. So that if you get anything extra, it's really your own money, okay? The refund increase is in part due to the higher standard deduction and a partially refundable child tax credit that's now worth $2,200 per qualifying child, with $1,700 of the credit being refundable. While a larger check from the IRS this year is being welcomed by American taxpayers, should be aware of what comes next. Starting this year, the tax collecting agency will tweak its withholding tables to account for the tax breaks in the Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. This means that employees will withhold less money from their employees' paycheck going forward. Workers' take-home pay will increase slightly, but their refund will shrink when they file their taxes next year. So expect to have more money up front this year coming out of your check, but next year when you file for the 2026 in 2027, that will be less income tax back because they took less money out. So be aware of that. So that's what's going on there. Let me go. I think I got one more I want to show y'all. Let me see. Take this off. I won't be doing any work outside today, I see. Okay, so we showed you Amazon and what's happening. Just a quick update on Iran. It says fears of global energy crisis rose Monday as the war is in the Middle East rages on, with more U.S.-Israeli strikes on the Iranian capital and Israeli bombardment of Lebanon. Also heard that their leader, the new leader rather, his son, was sent to Moscow because he was in a coma or it was life-threatening. I have no idea what's going on. I can't keep up with that stuff. Since the United States and Israel attacked Iran more than 2 weeks ago, Tehran has regularly fired on Israel, American bases in the region, and Gulf Arab countries. Iranian strikes on commercial ships in and around the Strait of Hormuz, and even just the threat of those attacks have also effectively stopped shipping traffic in the vital waterway. And so we talked about that yesterday in that video that I did, and how the prices are going up of the crude oil. Right now, they're over $100 a barrel as of today. It was at 104 in early trading. That's up 45% since this all started on February 28th. So I don't want to get deep into the war. So let's move on, because we all need to be preparing our homes, our property, and all of that. And in preparing your property, I saw a video yesterday that me and my husband have to talk to the lawyer about. And it's about, if you own property, if you have a home, putting that in a trust and not your own name. Because when situations like these wars and stuff like that take place, you'll find that the government will start looking into things because they want everything digital, property taxes, all that. They want all of that stuff to be digital so they can go in, see what you own, see what you have. And guess what? Because if they need it, they can then try to find a way to get that away from you. But if it's in a trust, it's not in your name, although you still have the same access to do all the same things to your property with your property. And you don't have that probate court to deal with in your untimely demise. Your family don't have to deal with, you know, probate or anything like that with taking care of the property. So that's something we're going to look into as well. Let's see. Where is this? We're going to end. We started on weather. We're going to end with weather because I saw this. It's on TikTok. It says 100 million people across the eastern half of the U.S. face the threat of dangerous severe storms. We're with damaging winds, potential tornadoes on Sunday and Monday from a powerful storm system that will also bring feet of snow to parts of the Great Lakes. And I know some people were dealing with power outages as well. So y'all get your backup power. This is storm season, okay? It's going to be storm season for a while. Go ahead and start now getting small things into your home that will help you if you lose power. If you're having water issues, because I've been thinking about doing some stories on water issues, because a lot of states are having issues with their water right now. We all know that Jackson, Mississippi has been having an issue with their water for a long time, but other states as well having issues with their water, having to do boil water advisories, not just for a couple of hours, but for days and weeks on end. So you need to go ahead and start stocking up on your drinking water, your water for cleaning, your water for bathing, all of that stuff. And I know it's hard to do those things and have space for all of those things. So if you can get like filters, that helps you with not having to stock up so much water, because then you can filter out the water that you have, because we have to have it.
Oh, he gone.
That's from wind. A whole truck. A whole truck.
Oh, he gone.
Roughly 100 million people are looking at the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms both Sunday and Monday. That includes the potential for damaging winds and even some tornadoes. Here's a look at where the threat is going to be on Sunday. This includes Chicago, Louisville, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Birmingham, even all the way down to New Orleans. Now, Monday, the threat is still there. It just shifts a little bit farther to the east. So now you're talking New York, Philadelphia, DC, Raleigh, all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida. But the threats are still there. You could have several strong tornadoes across this area and damaging winds 60, 70, even 80 miles per hour. Now, this is all part of the same system, even the one that's bringing blizzard conditions to more than 10 million people across the Midwest. That's where all of the heavy snow and, yes, even some ice is going to be focused on Sunday. Here's that long line of severe thunderstorms. That's what's going to roll through into the east as we head into the day Monday, taking with it not only the potential for the strong to severe thunderstorms, but also starting to spread some of that snow across the Great Lakes. Many of these areas are looking at significant snow totals. We're not just talking 2, 4, or even 6 inches. A wide swath of the Midwest is going to be looking at 1 to 3 feet of snow total by the time this system ends late Monday. Roughly 100 million people are looking,
not getting the weather that you want to get, because, the news only stays focused on certain things for so long, like people's attention span. Check out Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube. And there's a few other people that's doing weather on there that I like, but I can't think of their names right now. But Ryan Hall, y'all, everybody should know who this is by now. And if you don't, you need to know, because he will keep you in the know, okay, over there. And he's on YouTube. He's on every social media. And the only reason I hype him up is because I know that throughout the whole entire year, when he's collecting money, when people sending money in, he has an organization that goes out with huge semi trucks and help these communities that not receiving help through from the government. Okay. He steps in and he's doing that. So he's doing the good work. And to him, I say shout out to him and anybody that is doing stuff like that. And y'all take care. Y'all have a blessed day and stay safe out there, because these storms are serious right now. Like, it just stopped raining, but I'm pretty sure it's going to start back raining. And when it do, the wind is blowing and it's just hitting the house. All you can do is just hear it hitting the house. So I will see y'all later today in another video. I can't do 11 videos today because we got a lot of things we're trying to take care of in the home. Since it's a rainy day, we got to get in the basement and start working on the basement now. We still got the kitchen that we have to finish up with the backsplash. We have the floors we have to do. We have painting we have to do. All of that stuff is going to take time, but these are all things that we have to do. So we did outdoor work yesterday in between the rain that came. And as soon as we got done, it just started pouring. So God held us held out long enough. He was like, okay, you got enough done. I got to let it pour. Y'all stay blessed, stay prayed up, plan, prepare, and keep your head on a swivel, because so much violence is going on right now. Some of it is linked to what's going on in Iran, but we're being hit here at home with sleeper cells and stuff like that. But some of it is just plain old stupidity with people going out and doing things that they shouldn't do. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you, Carol, Jamie, Debunk. I think I said that right. The bank. I'm sorry. Thank you, Angel, Kyra, Diana, Mal. Thank you, Gigi. If you're still in the background listening, I appreciate it. Oh, and y'all go check out Gigi Natural's channel, because she will hip you to a lot of, if you want to do natural things instead of just medication, you want to do it naturally. And Gigi, we went up to our other property yesterday, and was family property, but we went up there yesterday, and they have those sweet gum trees up there, so I know where I can get mine from. You don't have to send me any now, but I don't want the old ones. I want the fresh green sweet gum balls to jar up. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go to her channel, because this is supposed to be better than any medication you could take for cold, and especially flu. And y'all know we got that super flu that's still out there, RSV, all of that stuff is still going on. It's just not being talked about. Okay, she can give you these natural remedies over there. Y'all go subscribe. Well, check out the channel, and if you like it, then subscribe. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it, and you will subscribe. And they have their land, and they're showing you how they're putting their land together, and doing all the things. Her husband has a channel as well, Eco Neighbor, giving tips on how you can purchase land, what to do when you get on the land. So y'all go check them out over there. They're doing it over there. They're not getting enough eyes on them. And so we need to lift them up, because they are positive people, God-fearing people. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.